I know that I had requested it, thinking that there was no legal contract in place, but apparently there is.
There is.
So this was entered in October of 2023,
Yes. And it's
2022, actually.
2022. And it's a 3-year signed contract. So do we have to table that and bring it back at a later date?
It's a standard 90.
Yeah, there's a 90, well, there should be a,
30 day.
I didn't read anything that would say that we could get out of this prior to. And since we're on this real quick, I don't know if either one of you can answer. I know that you were told by the previous city manager to cancel the initial one. And did we get charged the $1,500 as per the contract to reschedule it? Do you remember? No? Yeah, because I was looking at the fees for cancellation, and it's a $1,500 fee. I was wondering if that was paid out.
So can't we just go out, Rick?
so, to respond, if you look at the contract, it doesn't have, normally, if we have a contract that we reviewed, typically they'll have a signature line for the lawyer, basically proving it by form, as to form.
Right.
And
there
there's-
isn't- I noticed that.
It doesn't have a legal review, and a lot of times what we do is,
Exactly.
whenever we do a contract, on almost all the contracts for the city, we have an exit strategy, and so we basically put a 30-day or 90-day out.
So there's
If you
no
notice,
exit,
it
didn't go
doesn't,
through you.
but I don't want to say that you can't get out of the contract, because I haven't read the contract completely, because we still may be able to get out of it if that's the city's desire.
So we table it for now?
So you have that contract in front of you?
I have it right here, I'm looking at it,
You do?
I do.
And so who signed that contract?
So the signed contract is from AMT Auction Marketing. The representative looks like it's a Felix, but
So who's the
Bannerman?
individual who signed the contract, who was
the
representing the
city,
city?
the city manager,
And can you state his name for the record?
Benjamin Nora.
Thank you, sir. All right, that's all. Okay, so your advice, Mr. Palacios, is to,
Bring it back?
If we're gonna terminate it, just give me some time. I didn't know that was
Right.
something that the city wishes to do.
can we open it up and see what companies are out there? And come back after this contract expires, if, you know what I'm saying?
What's it take to right or wrong?
So nothing prevents the city from seeking services. It's just that I would like to make sure that we're able to get out of the contract.
Correct.
We can enter into a second contract, so nothing stops the city from engaging with another auctioneer. There's nothing wrong with it.
Till October, you said?
October.
Well, I don't want to say October, it could be where we contact the company and say, hey, look, do we have an agreement to get out of this contract? And a lot of times, they'll just say, yeah, we're out.
Right.
You know, because they work from day to day. If you don't take them anything, they're not charging you anything, so.
So at this time, we'll just go ahead and, I guess, table it.
Table it?
We'll table this item. Is there a motion to
So move.
table?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item D, discussion and possible action, if any, to authorize staff to request statements of qualifications for scrap metal processing services.
I guess this is another,
Yes, there's no
Same-
backup on this one,
Yeah.
guys. They're a contract, so there's no contract.
can you get up here, Blackie? Get Mr. Garcia.
Podium, please.
Commissioners, Mayor, Commissioners, Mayor Protem, City Manager, Mr. Palacios. At this point, I'm not aware of any contract. I was never brought into the table when the negotiations started. I was just told, this is the number you're gonna call, make contact with this lady, and this lady's gonna
You were told by,
be delivered. Yes,
you were told to call and to get it
yes,
done.
by the previous city manager.
So you've never seen a contract for this?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember when that started?
Isn't that regular protocol for?
It started in
a director?
2022,
One at a time.
2022.
In 2022 it started. When
Yes,
you
I
did it.
remember.
2022, yeah. That's all you know, for 3 years.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
all we
normal
have.
protocol for the director to see a contract?
Sir,
Isn't it normal protocol for you to see a contract?
it is protocol, but that was done behind,
But it wasn't done?
that I have no knowledge of.
Mr. Garcia, do you know any recollection of why we changed companies? Do you know?
No, sir, I sure don't.
You don't
I
know why?
was just told to call that number and.
They told you to call that number, or
Yeah,
he was?
Mr. Arjona told me to call that number and make contact with him.
So, Mr. Leroy, have you seen, let me ask you, have you seen the contract in reference to this?
No, sir.
You don't have anything filed?
No.
Okay, all right, so I guess on this one, go ahead.
And on this company, do we receiving any money from that company? From the?
SA?
Yes,
Yes, we have.
okay.
In fiscal year 22, 23, we received 4,217
Okay,
For the year?
for the year. And it started, the first payment we got was in March of 23. So fiscal year 22, 23, we got 4,000.
So how much tonnage is that?
That, Mr.
More or less.
but no.
No, that's not, I
I
guess,
can't
you
answer
can't
that
go.
question for
Well,
you. I would
because-
like to
Tiene que ver,
answer
he-
incorrectly.
So here's my question, when you get the checks, do you get an invoice, do you get any type of itemization when you get that check to say this is how much
It's just
money
a-
you got,
it's just
this is
check.
how much-
That's
just a check.
This
It's
comes
just
from
a
the
check
company.
with no information to a company.
Okay, so I know it's not your guys' fault, okay? I just want to make that
My
clear.
second question is, so you said for that fiscal year from March 2022 to March 2023, we received 2,017?
4,217.
I'm sorry, say it again?
4,217.38, and in 23, 24, we received 13,980,
Okay.
and then year-to-date, 24, 25, we received 4,526,
4,500,
26,
26, up to date.
yeah.
And
This-
here's
this-
my next, you don't have that information in front of you, but I'm gonna ask it. Compared to what we've got, say, I'm gonna go with 23, 24, you're saying 13,980. I know it's gonna change, it's not, because I'm sure you have different amounts of tons that you're taking over there. Is that more or less the average year to year that we were getting before this company came in?
I would need to come back, do an analysis on the
Okay. If you could just get that for me, and just.
But it will be based on
Tonnage.
on how much they pay
Tonnage,
out.
yes.
Right,
Tonnage.
on the
But we
payment
don't even know
per
how much they
ton.
charge.
The timing?
Right,
The
exactly.
comparison from this
So
company.
that's gonna
to what we
change.
were before.
The metal fluctuates right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So the higher the rate, the more
The
we're
more
gonna
you
More
get.
the more money you're
The
gonna.
lower the rate, and right now metal is expensive.
Well,
Yeah, and what hurts us is that we don't even know how much they're.
Sir,
And that's just to piggyback on what you just said, Commissioner. That's, the issue here is that we don't know what the tonnage is.
no, sir.
Okay,
I
that's
don't know
the
the
issue
There's a
there.
check given to the, you're told to call, checks getting paid to us, so we have.
Do you have the ability to wait before you transport, or do they pick up?
No, sir. We have the ability, we have a weighing station here in San Juan, and we can pick it up with one of our trucks. If I'm given a direction to do it, I can do it. The problem is who's gonna take the responsibility for the canister, because that canister does not belong to us, belongs to a company. So my trucks versus that canister, so that's something to look at legally. Can I do it?
No.
Yes, I can,
Don't
but
do it, don't do it.
Don't touch it.
Liability.
Liability on you.
The way to do it is that they weigh out at your weigh station when they
We
pick
need
it
to
up.
speak one at a
So I
time,
can-
one at
now,
a time.
That's
Just-
something to consider. If
In the
city
record.
manager gives me direction, I can call for a pickup when it's ready to be picked up and say, hey, you need to follow me to the weigh station, weigh our deal, and then come back to the commission, present it to city manager can tell you, hey, this is what it weighed on this day, at this time, this was delivered, and then Mr. Gonzalez can backtrack and say when he gets the check and see how much that paid out.
Mr. Garza, what company did we have before?
It's an Alamo Iron Works.
Alamo Iron.
Alamo Iron Works.
Oh, the one on the screen.
You know.
Now, is there other
There
companies
is a
out there?
better company that I've been talking to recently. It's called, its name is G3 Scrap Metals out of Wessico. They also pay by check, and they also give us a good amount, the top dollar, whatever scrap metal is at, they'll give us top dollar. Like I said, I can't give you an exact figure because it fluctuates, but what they do, they provide the canisters and they provide their own drivers, so our wear and tear don't have to go back and forth. They take, they weigh, they send, and they send direct deposit to Lever. Now, at this time, I only have their name. I've been talking to the owner of the company in Wessico. If the commission wishes to move forward later on, then Mr. Leroy and I will go and start the negotiations.
So the one in Alamo, we were taking the containers over there.
Yes, they've always taken them
So now,
up
this
there.
is a company in Westlaco will do the same thing about sending their canister? and they'll-
We used to take them to Alamo.
Yes, I understand that, but.
To
the
what,
one-
to Westlaco, we don't.
Yeah, but the one you're saying about Westlaco, they bring you their.
They bring their own
and they'll
containers.
take- Okay.
So we don't have to use ours, and we don't have to
Okay.
use our trucks, we don't have to use our diesel, we don't have to use our manpower. I think they charge 9 cents per ton, so roughly in 15 tons, if you figure it out, it's maybe about $100, or a little less than $100, not like 80-some bucks.
I think if we do make contact and we need to put it and word it on the contract, if we do get in a contract, that it's not gonna leave here until we get an accurate weigh-in of that canister before it goes to Wesco or wherever it goes.
Well,
It needs to
that's-
get weighed here before it goes anywhere.
That's up to the,
Well, no, the first thing we need to do is
Yeah.
go out for proposals and see what kind of companies are out there and what kind of services they can offer.
there's not too many companies.
Well, we just gotta give everyone a chance.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
I can start looking, definitely I found this company, so.
Okay, if you can, you know, go out, I don't know how we can do it, chief, you know, go out for,
Qualifications.
Yeah.
For,
pretty much and see.
Another one?
Yeah, this is not right.
Mr. Garza, the one from Wesco, you said they'll come pick up the container and take it.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
they're-
And
they're-
They
you
will-
have to take it.
They will deliver 2 containers like we have right now. And then at the time when it's ready, we make the call, hey, your container's ready. They pick up one, deliver, bring back the empty one, pick up the other one, and deliver back the, we always have 2 empty
So you don't have
containers.
to worry about using
No,
your
no,
gas
ma'am.
in your-
Or
So how would-
manpower.
If they come and take it, how are we gonna know the tonnage?
Correct.
Como te digo,
no, I think part of the specs, if I may,
That's
when
what
we
it-
write out the specs for the RFQs, we'll put on there that they're gonna get weighed first before they depart the city.
Yeah, that way they know that.
Like that, we can get the tonnage and an accurate number all the time when.
Yeah, we have no
when they
record
come,
of
they pay the
Now-
bill.
And that it
Now-
reflect the check that's being sent in. Make sure that it's included in the check stuff or wherever to account for the.
Let me interrupt real quick. So a lot of times, there's a lot of plastics involved in the metal. I'm gonna give you an example, refrigerators. We're taking them, throwing them in that dumpster because they don't mind, they disassemble them over there. But all that plastic comes out, it's not weight. They weigh it after the raw metal.
Okay.
So toys that are carts or anything that is made that has plastic, they disassemble, they reweigh. So it's minus whatever was the accurate raw. So we can weigh something here, but when they disassemble over there, it's something
But it's not
else.
gonna be half of it.
No, it's not gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be a change in weight, but
Right.
not a dramatic, it just depends on how
Within
much
reason.
plastic goes in there or how much everything is weighed
We
different.
maybe need to add that also.
You got raw, and you got aluminum, you got
So where they disclose the amount.
cast iron.
Yeah.
Cast iron is something else, it doesn't weigh. It's not metal. It's not salvageable, it's not recyclable. So, just depends on what's in it.
All right, so what do we, go out for RFQ? Okay, with that being said, I'll make a motion to go out
Second.
for RFQ second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Mayor, Commissioners, thank you.
Sure.
Item number 9. Discussion and possible action, if any, adopting a resolution opposing Texas House Bill 1683. This one was the one that was presented or is being supported by Hidalgo County. All commissioners supported the opposition of this bill. I did get an email from Mr. Reyes, I believe, from the Hidalgo County Economic Development.
Correct.
And asking if we would support this bill. It's opposing that House Bill 1683. The county approved it on the 28th day of January of this year. The commission just did it a couple of months ago, too.
Okay. Any questions
What is
for,
it intended to do?
This is in the reference to the county roadways.
Right.
It was authored, I think, by a representative, state representative from Edinburgh. Yes, ma'am.
so what it
Correct.
does, the way it's set up right now is that our precinct 2 county commissioner, Eddie Cantu, obviously they have this funding, right, from precinct 2, and he's allowed to, within his precinct, to go and, upgrade street projects and stuff like that. Well, the way the bill is submitted now is that now they want to take that away from him. And they want I believe the state is gonna dictate where, you know what I'm saying? So this is just a bill, in support for Eddie Cantu and, you know, exactly, yeah, so
The
with
state of
that,
Westaco also voted to oppose the bill.
so, that's pretty much what this bill is. So is there a motion to support? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries, thank you.
Item 10, executive session. The San Juan City Commission will convene an executive session in accordance with Texas Open Meeting Act, Vernon's Texas State Statute and codes and noted, Government Code Chapter 551071, consultation with attorney. Item 1, pursuant to Section 551087 of the Texas Government Code, economic development negotiations, discussion and possible action regarding economic development matters on the Cesar Chavez project.
Okay. That being said, is there a motion to enter executive?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries, we're entering at 6:52 PM.
We're back from executive session at 7:13 PM. Motion to reconvene?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're now back in regular session.
There's no action to take.
No action to be taken. No action to be taken. So for now, we got a motion for
Adjourn. Motion to adjourn.
motion.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting has now ended at 7:14 PM.